Hello YouTubers, how are you? Right? My name is Justin, right? And some of you people might think some of my videos are fucking stupid, right? Oscar.
Get out the way.
Oscar, stay out of the way. Right? Get it! Right? Only Marama. They're balls of fun. Right? And indefinitely comfy now? Right. Indefinitely, yeah, you know, that's what YouTube started off as. Funny videos and things like that. Now, we've got people up there, and I mean, it's TikTok and Instagram and all that, right? Okay? And all about new ideas, technology's moving on, everything else like that. I said to my partner the other day, I said, these kids today, I said, they are very smart, right? Moving into, you know, computers, you know, computer engineering, technical type things, jobs and stuff. But what's happening is they are good at their jobs, but that's not to say that they wouldn't be good at like being a plumber or a bricklayer or anything like that. And in time, this is going to be shit, the bird's walking towards the cat. Here we go, right now. Let's see, we just averted a problem then, you know, just like society's not doing anymore. You know, we've got a dog and a cat and a bird, right? Mary's operating the camera, so let's see if she puts the cat in there. Just do a whiz around, just the cat, and the bird, and the dog.
Yep.
Okay.
All
right.
good.
And then there's me.
Back to you.
Right, and we've got Rainbow Bunny and Ted. Right,
Okay.
Ted's got his head in despair about Rainbow Bunny because he just got no idea what Rainbow Bunny is. I don't think any of you do. Anyway, can you come back to me now?
I'm back.
Right. So, what I'm sort of getting at is, YouTube was started as like a funny sensation thing. A lot of people have built it as a platform to make earning money, and things like that. Right, and you can. There's no doubt there. You can. There's one dickhead on there. His name's Whistling Diesel. Right. You know, he's got 6 million followers, mate. What his revenue stream just alone would be on a monthly basis is just off the records. He's got that, and that's subscribers. 6.5 million subscribers. He put up a video about him writing off a Ferrari, brand new Ferrari, 480, right, brand new, just for fun, because there's certain laws about Ferrari and stuff like that. That to me, I think that it wouldn't matter how wealthy I was, I wouldn't be doing that, because some people have put a lot of work into that car. They are a hand-built car, and to destroy it like that is disrespectful in my view. But it got him views, and it makes him money. And I think that's also, I don't know. I don't find it funny, but the youth of today do, because we're such a disposable race now. You know, everything's disposable. Oh, it doesn't matter. Oh, it doesn't matter. But on that note, I'll just tell you what does matter to a crackhead, right? Their push bikes are everything to them. Because if they come off that, they are in immediate danger. They are going to come off the bike and they are going to land on the ground. But when they're in a car, they are not in immediate danger in their mind, because if they hit something, they're going to land on the ground, right? So they think they're safe, and plus also the car's not theirs, right? But this is a story that's on a current affair, right? And it's very sad, but it's also, really, you didn't see it? Just have a listen, right? I'll turn it up a bit, right? Okay, and this mightn't go out to all views that, you know, watch me, but it's good every now and again to break things up, right? And put some important views in there. So you also know how I think. That I do care about, you know, where society's going. You know, I'm still alive, you know, and we're forgetting about people that have passed away. When I was a child, you didn't forget about people because they were the people who brought you up, or people who created history, and you live by their findings and adventures. But no one's finding anything anymore. They're just finding easy ways to make money, like this stay at home. You know, there's more jobs people are looking for jobs that are at home work, right? Where the CEO of the NAB Bank has just turned around to everyone and said, right, it's time to come back to the office. And yeah, it is time to come back to the office. How are you supposed to, you know, conversate? You know, say I'm talking to you at home about my bank problem, but the tools aren't all there, or your supervisor's not, well, he's not going to be there, is he? You're at home, probably sitting in bed having a crumpet under your doona, you know? But anyway, let's just watch this story and I'll break it through, right? Okay?
First, they're cheap, easy to get, and deadly. Nang's a dangerous craze that almost killed Molly. Tonight, her hospital bed warning, the advice she wishes she'd listened to, as she fears she'll never walk again. Okay. 2, 3.
Just please, just listen to me and just don't do it.
She's crying every night in my arms, you know, saying, "Why, Mum?" You know, and I said, "Well, you know, we tried to tell you, Molly, but you wouldn't listen."
And it came so close to being deadly.
I mean, she was that far away from it, you know what I mean?
Molly and her parents are talking about their nightmare and hope to warn others. The 19-year-old is now facing an awful price for a cheap thrill.
2 weeks ago, I was a perfectly healthy walking girl, and now I can't do anything for myself. You know, can't walk, can't control anything. It's so deadly.
And
Right. So you see there, she's 19, and what she's got is a poison from the gases, right? That she's been ingesting that normally go into soda streams and things like that. Nitrous oxide poisoning she's got, and it can be deadly, and also could leave her like that. She's 19, and you saw her. Now 2 weeks before then, she was walking around, right? Now, did we also pay attention to did you see the tattoos? She's 19. She's a female. Whatever, who cares? 19-year-old kid, right? Forget about sex and gender. It's not important. This is what I'm pointing out here. Now, that family are obviously together. She's got another sister, right? So, obviously this girl here, she's the renegade, right? You can see that. She's the outspoken one, whatever, right? Okay? Now, the parents are together there, I assume, right? Now, the signs are there already. You know, you'll hear on, I'll fast forward it through, but you'll hear on where, you know, the mother did say, we told you, Molly, you know, this would have happened and stuff like that. Yeah, true, right, they were telling her. But you know what today? These kids, they've got rights. The government's turned around and given rights, and they're getting confused. And this is what's happening. If this is I brought out a couple of videos and I've taken them down because I felt that in myself, I thought they were a bit inappropriate, and plus some friends of mine did tell me the first one could have been detrimental to myself. Right? I do things when I'm making funny videos. Like other people, you don't think. But one thing I can tell you, if I make a funny video, and you know, just turn the camera, right? Knock Knock comes out, right? Okay. Now Knock Knock was attacked by a lion, right? And that's why he's got no arms and legs. But if I pull that, I'm not taking the piss out of Knock Knock as a race or as a colour. He's a mate, aren't you? You know, he is, right? And also, you know what? Tail, right? You know, I've got a white dog, got a white bird. I'm not a racist. You know, gone are the days of having a fucking joke. You know, I mean, if we were to try and bring back Paul Hogan, right, today, you know, we found him on the Sydney Harbour Bridge, forget it. It would never happen. The comedy today is just gone stupid. You know, it's like with Barry Humphries, who just passed away. Some people may like him, some people mightn't like him. But whatever it is, if it wasn't for the comedy, not
Melbourne Comedy Company?
No, the festival.
Yeah, the Melbourne. The Melbourne
Comedy
Festival.
Corporation, right? Okay, he put them on the map, and they struck him off their list because he made not a homophobic slur, right? It was in regards to the genders, and it was just like it's just getting confusing out there, and they struck him off. That's why he didn't have the state funeral in Victoria. He accepted it in Sydney, right? Because the Victorian government didn't turn around to the comedy.
Melbourne Comedy Festival.
Melbourne Comedy Group and say, well, you know, this man put you on the map. You know, that's what we seem to forget. Benny Hill. Are we all after Benny Hill? All right, we're into those women forced into anything. Honestly, you know, I mean, so I'm going to leave Knock Knock here. So it really, you know, hits home about, you know, that I'm not a racist, you know, at all, right? Okay, right. So, but let's get to the point, right? the authorities have taken the power from the parents. And then the parents are turning around and they're drinking soy milk and eating their fucking hail and all of this shit and not eating meat. And there's just no discipline anymore. There's just no protein anymore. You know, I mean, I was thinking on the couch and I said, you know, I went to the gym. You know, it mightn't look like it now, but I went to the gym and I went Mr. Victoria, right? And I was walking around the streets at about 120 kilos with 8% body fat. And I'll be honest with you, I took steroids, okay? Right, okay? Now, but I knew that I was still a man, even though my testicles had disappeared, right? Because I'd taken that much testosterone. But I still knew that I was a man. I wasn't confused, right? I during squats, I didn't gain an erection. I wasn't even really paying attention. Even though and I'll show you the action. If you're you've got to get in a spot. That's what we call it, a spot. Okay? Can you spot me, mate? Okay? Right? When you're spotting someone who's doing squats, okay? I'll show you how it's done. So I've got the bar on my shoulders, yeah? And to do squats, you know, it's like this. Bum out and back up. Do you want to know where the person is who's spotting you? They're not in front going, yeah. Okay, they're not doing that. You know where they are? Exactly behind you in the same position, but they're doing this. So you were coming down on them. Okay, but you're going down together. This, you know, you can't get any closer to a man than if you had your clothes off. Right? But what I'm pointing out is this isn't something new. Right? Okay? What I want to point out is she's 19 and she's sucking on nitrous oxide. You know, really, do we have to put labels on everything? You know, I didn't think once as a kid, you know, oh, look, there's me Pop's paint tins. You know, oh, a can of thinners. Oh, I'm just going to go and drink that. Or, you know, oh, I'm just going to sniff it. Or, you know, just stupid shit. You know, we've taken the practical learning from primary school and high school and we put all these kids on computers. They don't even know the dangers of opening up a toolkit anymore. They open up a toolkit. You open up any toolkit to a kid today and you go, bang, right? They wouldn't even know how to start naming any of the tools in that toolkit at all. That's a ring spanner, that's an open spanner, you are a spanner, right? That's a hammer, yep, I know a couple of them, right? And stuff like that. They're just doing the left-hand screwdriver. All of those things have gone. The right-hand, you know, boning knife and butcher shops and stuff like that. But let's move on, right? Okay? And move on, have a listen to this, right? So anyway, here, and what's it really, the authorities, why is a cigarette shop selling 3-litre bottles of nitrous oxide that comes out like a cream, but it's not a cream? I don't understand. It's like vaping. They're classifying it illegal. I can go down the street and there's a shop like this, but yet it's illegal. Anyway.
Job selling the dangerous party gas in the form of whipped cream canisters.
Current affair is currently at the store questioning us about selling nitrous oxide because the chick is in hospital.
Molly is now a prisoner in her own body with nitrous oxide poisoning. Bedbound in this Perth hospital, she has little feeling from her waist down. She can't shower or eat without help.
I am very scared that I'm not going to walk again.
The day she came into hospital, she had a big job interview. She'd been waiting a year on, you know, for a job, and you know, that's all gone through the roof now.
I think the job interview was long gone before the job interview came up because she was still on the stuff, right? It saved time. They'll end up telling you she's written off 2 cars before this job interview. This happened 2 weeks ago, mind you. This is nothing new, right? So where's the problem? Problem is at home, right? Parents, what are you looking at?
Oh, just looking.
And also the authorities, right? Okay, right. Another example. You know, they're hooning around. Last night down at Caulfield, right? A black BMW, 2 20-year-olds in it, went flying through a red light. Just killed 2 people going through a green light last night. That was last night. I guarantee you the BMW was stolen, right? The 2 Indian nationals that were going through the green light, they're dead. They're gone, right? Okay? And my heart breaks in regards to for that type of accident that happens anywhere in the world, right? But the thing is these kids that survived in the BMW, right, that they say are going double the speed limit, they're not going double. And as for the police, I'm sick of you saying you have to be aware. Listen, I'm going to tell you something. If you're in a 70 and you're doing 140, they're well aware, mate. They are well aware that they're doing 140. Okay? You'd have to be a fucking idiot to not know you're doing 140 in a 70. All right? In the middle of Australia, I was doing 170 on my Harley and even on my fucking road bike when I went up there in 1995 on my Fireblade. You know what? I knew I was going fast when I was doing about 170. That's out there because there's nothing out there. There's flat. There's no signs to say how really fast you are. But once the white line started joining up and it was one line, I knew I was going fast. Okay? So if you're doing 140, right, in a 70, you know you're doing it. So stop with the awareness. So then they don't have a get out of jail card, but when they kill someone at 140 in a 70, I'm sick of you already classifying as innocent but until proven guilty. You damn well know you're doing 140 in a 70. You know, I like to muck around on my bikes and mainly my bikes, okay? Right, but you know where I really cut loose on my bikes? And this is to everybody out there, in the officers, right? I don't understand why you send people out, police officers, wasting their time up around the roads of Jindabyne and Cooma and Merimbula, right? Okay, when you're pulling over blokes like me on my Ducati in full leathers who've raced, is experienced and out there, what the hell are you going to run into if you run off the road? On a motorbike. You're going to disturb a fucking koala bear or scare a couple of sheep, right? Why are you out there pulling up the stupid idiot who gets the caravan, all right, has no idea how to tow it, right, and he's going up the Hume and he starts swaying. You know, honestly, Jesus Christ, you know, start picking, don't pick your targets that you know you can get. Pick the ones that are going unseen, all right, which is around here. So no more awareness, all right, about you've got to be aware of your speeding. You know, Jesus Christ, people are aware when they're speeding, right? Okay? It makes it harder to be aware, though, when you're doing 30 and you were doing 35. Oh, well, I wasn't aware. Of course you're not aware. Nothing's fucking moving fast to fucking give you an awareness that you're fucking speeding, right? And getting on that note, well, even though I'm a bit off topic, what I'm sort of saying is this, right, is our youth, we're teaching them so smart that they're fucking stupid. Where in their fucking head did they get, I'm just going to get that gas little bottle that normally makes Coca-Cola or Fanta, and I'm going to pop it, and I'm going to fucking stick it in my head. You know those little silver things, yeah? I saw a bloke once in my day, you know, look, I'm not a dickhead. I've never done it, right? Because I just know the lethal ramifications. And this was hilarious, right? I'll paint the picture for you. I was in there getting one I will never forget. There's this fucking idiot off his head sitting in a chair, and he's got a fucking knife, yeah? A little pick knife, and he's just popping at it. Just popping the top of it, yeah? And I'm looking at him going, are you right, mate? And he goes, yeah. No one was fucking home, mate. And he's popping this thing. And this thing, he's timed it, right? And just as it went, he's popped it in his mouth, right? He's mate, my fucking God. He flew back over the fucking chair, right? He got more of a high on the bang on the head than he did the shit that came out of the thing because it went in that fucking fast. It came out his fucking nose, right? He didn't even get to inhale it. But our kids need to take some onus on what they're doing. They know this shit's bad for you, right? You know it's bad. You know, she's written off 2 cars. I'm not saying she's a hopeless case, but she's fucked now. And now I've got to feel sorry for her. You know who I feel sorry for? The family. I feel sorry for the family, right? And the police, you need to fucking step up your game. If you want to fucking really stop this, give some authorities back to the parents and the schools who discipline our children where we put them, right? And also make them be blamed. I was blamed when I did something naughty when I was a kid, under 10. I suffered the consequences. There was no, because Phil the priest out there did this to me, and I'm just outplaying it, just lashing out because I got, it didn't happen, whatever, mate. You got to wear some of your shit, mate, in life. That's what makes you the person you are. Right? It's the road travelled, mate. Not the places gained that makes you remembered on the place you get to. You get that? All right? Now like and subscribe, okay? And get a pie. Good on Knock Knock.